to my channel. So today's video is a very interesting one. I'll be talking about how I was able to earn $60 an hour as an LPN and while going to school. Yes, you heard me right, $60 an hour as an LPN. And for reference purpose, I'm saying this in the past because this is no longer the case with me currently, because one, I'm no longer an LPN, and two, I no longer work for the agency. But before we get right into the video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up to see more of my content. So let's get right into it. For those of you who might not know, and for reference purpose, at the time I was earning $60 an hour. I was an LPN and I was also in nursing school. So a quick disclaimer, this kind of money, I didn't get it from being a regular employee in a facility or in a home health agency. Instead, I did get this from working as a contractor for an agency. So what does that mean? So I'm pretty sure you've heard about travel nursing and all that kind of stuff. So this is different, but not so different. So pretty much as an agency nurse, what you do is you get employed by your agency, and the idea is this agency supplies facilities, hospitals or whatnot with the needed staff for when they fall short of their staff needs. That's the best way I can explain it. So in this instance, the agency is your employer and not the facility. And what this also means is you can be working or you can be sent to 3, 4, 5 different facilities as long as you're open or okay going to work for the space. So it's not the same thing where you have just the one facility that you go to every day and you have a set shift that you work. So that was the situation I found myself. I was in school. I needed, something that would earn me more money, something I don't have to go in as all food, because to be honest, I couldn't even afford to go in because for the most part, I was always in school during the week, or maybe just like buried in school work or mom work. So I decided to go with an agency. Bear in mind that before now, as a new grad nurse, I worked in a facility, which I very much feel is important, but to everybody and their own. So I worked in a facility for a couple of months, and then I decided to move out because the environment was just, it was just toxic, and I didn't see myself wanting to work there any longer. So when I moved out, I got a job, which I'm going to make another video about, as a home health nurse. That was another interesting experience. And at the same time, I also got a job as an agency nurse. So with my agency nursing, that pretty much to be my weekend job, because I only could afford to go there during weekend, like I said, because during the week I was not available. And again, still for me, and the reason why I went with the agency is because of flexibility. So what do I mean? As against a regular workplace where you have a set schedule, with agencies, basically you pick your schedule. You pick when you want to work, you pick when you want to be off, and basically you can make your schedule maybe 1 month out, or you can make your schedule as late as 1 day out. So how it works, I'm pretty sure it differs from agency to agency, but basically for us, you get sent the needs of the facility or of different facilities, and then it's up to you to pick where and what you want to do and send those in. And then when you're confirmed or approved by the facility, basically it means you've been tied in for those days, okay? But the good thing though is, with agency, or at least in my own experience, you have up to 4 hours before the shift starts for you to call out, So that was a big deal for me, because pretty much for the most part, I didn't even know my shift or what I was going to be doing next month. So that didn't work for me. So what I found myself doing was I started picking up my shifts. I usually picked my shifts 1 week in advance. As an agency worker, basically you're a contractor, so it simply means also they don't take any deductions from your pay. You get your paycheck as is. All right, so you get your paycheck as is. You don't get taxed. You don't get 401k taken away. You don't get social security and all that taken away. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make this arrangement and to make whatever payments you need to make in order for the IRS not to come after you. Okay, so that's one thing to bear in mind. With agency, you get paid higher, yes, but then you don't get any deductions taken away and you don't get any protection. So what it simply means, if you get injured at work or if anything happened, if you don't have like arrangements, or you bear the brunt of the whole thing. So that's one thing to note and in regards to this line of work. Now down to the numbers, guys. I know that's why everybody is here and what you all really want to hear about. So for my workplace, okay, why an hour? The reason they offer $60 an hour, I would say, is because of the need, right? A particular place is not in need of workers. They're not desperate. Nobody's willing to pay you, an agency nurse, $60 an hour where they pay employees $35 or $32, okay? So how it worked for us, I got paid $40 an hour. But then during the weekend, because it was really notorious for people calling out, people not wanting to come work, people want to hang with your family rather than come to work, during the weekend we got paid a time and a half. All right, so that's how it bumped up for me to be $60 an hour, because a time and a half of $40 is basically $60. But then, like I said before, I didn't really work during the week. Specifically, I worked most Saturdays, and then on Sundays, when I feel like, or if I need the money, I took up a single shift. And every time my paycheck comes in, guys, I was mind blown. No joke. I was mind blown in the sense that a single shift could push you as much or close to $1,000 as possible. And then when you do a 3 shift, it pushes you to give or take $1,300, $1,400. Such a big deal for me, because don't forget, this is weekly payments as against your regular place where you get paid every other week. With agencies, most time you get paid during the week, every week, or sometimes even after you work the shift, depending on the agency in question. So at the time, I was making close to $1,500. It felt like I didn't have to go in so much, but then I was raking in a month closer to at least over $5,000, because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't work every weekend all the time. So yeah, that's it. Like, it was an interesting time. Thanks for watching. I just say nursing is so broad, and if you're watching this, you're a graduate nurse, I do know that this differs a lot based on places, locations, and all that, because we moved away from the East Coast. I recently moved and I am in shock, because the pay over here it's crazy. Not the good kind of crazy, but it's crazy, and I'm still reeling from shock, right? And I still can't believe the amount of pay cuts that I have to receive just by moving away from the East Coast. I wanted to make this video for those of you who might be thinking of doing the LPN, going through the LPN route, and just wondering, if it's worth it. We all got into this profession for different reasons, but I'm not even going to come on here and say like compensation is not an important part of the job, because personally I do feel we work so hard, so we should be compensated, So I'm just making this video for those of you out there who might be thinking or second guessing yourself when it comes to being an LPN, or when it comes to choosing the career path you want to get into in regards to nursing. I just want to say it's worth it. Go for it, go for it. All right, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. That's my experience, you all. Don't forget, this is based on personal experience. Some places might actually pay higher as an agency nurse, and other places might pay lower, but this is my personal experience. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you right there. Bye.